What's up, What's up, guys? Hope everyone's staying safe and inside. And what I'll be doing today is reviewing the movie called Hereditary. Call it quarantine movie per se. I was just looking through Netflix, checking what might be interesting for me to review and recommend to you. Um, and I'm someone who loves horror movies, right? I love them. I just love being at the edge of my seat every time I'm watching movies. And I know a lot of people are huge fans of horror movies, and this is specifically for them and those who just like a good thrill in a movie. So the movie Hereditary starts out with this woman named Annie, and her mother suddenly dies, right? Her mother dies, and as a result, her Annie, her husband, her son, and her daughter both mourn the loss of the mother. So after her mother died, Annie as well as her husband, her son, and her daughter both mourn the loss. All mourn the loss of her mother, right? But afterwards, after the death of their mother, strange supernatural events began happening to the family, right? The daughter was a bit weird. She was a bit socially awkward. The son he was trying to fit in at school, right? You know, smoke weed. He just tried to be he was a typical high school teenager, or he acted like it, right? And they portrayed those characters very, very, very well, in my opinion. The husband was very supportive of Annie in the time where her mother passed, and was always there for her to lean on. Yeah, very supportive husband. And you think everything is going well, supernatural stuff start happening, right? It's just madness. It's absolutely mad, right? Various things started to happen to the family. The daughter was especially weird. Like some things that she did just creeped me out, and it was just unusual. It was just out of the norm. But I realized it wasn't as a result of the mother dying, but the girl was always weird, right? She was always weird. Her and her mother both tend to flirt with supernatural tendencies usually, right? Even prior to the death of the mother. But since the death of the mother, it seems these events have been heightened, right? But they've always experienced stuff like that. The daughter would hear weird sounds around the place, weird sounds, and wander outside and stuff like that, which I found very weird, and stuff like that. Even the mother, in one scene in the movie, I won't spoil anything, she has mad hallucinations, right? And the movie just progressed, and things became more and more horrific. Things began to unfold. Let me tell you something about this movie that I don't get from horror movies nowadays. As I said before, I love horror movies. I watch all like Conjuring and all of them. But you see, this horror movie, it actually brought up fear. It actually made me feel fear. I'm somebody that when I'm watching a movie, I don't necessarily feel it. Why I felt it in this movie, some scenes were just hard to watch for me. It was just very hard for me to watch, and that's true terror. I love that part of the movie. Some aspects of the movie. There's a particular scene in the movie in which I won't spoil it. Where in which something happens, and where in which something like that can be possible. Accidents do happen in real life. So what happened in the movie is possible in real life, and just the aftermath of what happened in that particular scene, just something gruesome, just the aftermath of that made send chills down my spine. Cause right away when that happened, I automatically switched places with the actor, and I said to myself, how would I deal with the situation like that? I probably would have dealt with the same exact way the guy, the person dealt with it in the movie. I would have dealt with it the same exact way. And that brought about true fear. Just I was on the edge of my seat. I was just it brought up fear. Like a different type of fear. Not the classical, oh it's supernatural, things are floating, la 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 la. No. True fear, that is possible. Realistic fear to me. That's what I call it. Realistic fear, right? But it's crazy. Like the daughter, other weird stuff happened. The daughter is very weird. She cut the wings off of birds and stuff like that. In the class, the son was staring through the window, and a bird just flew straight into the it was like a window pane, and just crashed and killed itself. Those events were weird to me. The pacing of the first half was it was very slow paced until the events I mentioned before happened, and then everything just started speeding up. Everything just started going downhill, all the way downhill, all the way downhill in this movie. Ah my gosh, that movie. For horror fans, I totally recommend it. I don't want to go much into details in the movie, but was the movie enjoyable? Other did it was it held? My horror standards are quite high. Did it meet those standards? Yes, it did. I love the movie as a horror movie. It was an excellent horror movie. Were the characters good? Oh my god. Yes, they were excellent, especially Annie, who was played by Toni Collette. She was excellent in the movie. Excellent. I cannot stress that enough. She killed the role. She killed the role. Open. She killed the role. Yeah. It was awesome. So it was entertaining. It was a great horror movie. The characters, the supporting characters, the husband who was played by Gabriel Bryan, the son who was played by Alex Wolff, and the daughter who was quite weird, who were played by Millie Millie Shapiro, were all excellently played. All excellently. But what stood out to me most was the wife. And the end of the movie has a twist that I didn't expect. It just became wild and wild. All of the events happening in the movie, the birds and stuff like that, most people would just chalk it up to, yo, some ghosts is out in the family, but that's not the case. Check it out and you'll find out, trust me. Sorry, I'm a bit tongue-tied in this video, but the movie was truly awesome. I truly recommend you watching it, and you won't be disappointed if you're a true fan of horror. So that's it for the video, guys and gals. Stay safe, stay inside, stay sanitized. Hope you enjoyed my quarantine movie review. JB Under out. Please like and subscribe for more content. If you really and truly like my review to the movie, let me know your thoughts in the comments.